Hello and welcome back friends to another video tutorial of Royce Academy. In this video tutorial I am going to discuss or have a limelight on a very important topic of the amino acid metabolism. We know that the amino acids are being catabolized or being synthesized from the breakdown of the intracellular and the dietary proteins through its different course of catabolic pathways and reactions. And these amino acids are being resynthesized into different these amino acids are being catabolized into different ammonium ions, and these ammonium ions are being resynthesized into different amino acids, namely the glucogenic and the ketogenic amino acids. So in today's light of discussion, today's aspect, I am going to have a major focus on 6 different amino acids which are both ketogenic and glucogenic in nature. Those are catabolized ultimately to a pyruvate end product. Okay, let's have a look at how the reactions are being catabolized and how these are happening. Firstly, we have it as is threonine. Now, this threonine is actually majorly a ketogenic amino acid. This threonine, in the presence of threonine dehydrogenase, along with the assistance of the hydrogen accepting radical or hydrogen accepting compound NAD plus, which gets converted to NADH, and that threonine is getting converted to 2-amino 3-keto butyrate. Okay, now this 2-amino 3-keto butyrate in the presence of another enzyme. So the dehydrogenation is doing nothing but removing the hydrogen from the threonine, and it's converting the threonine into 2-amino 3-keto butyrate. Now this particular molecule in the presence of another enzyme 2-amino 3-keto butyrate CoA ligase, that is this particular enzyme is helping in ligation. Okay, ligation means joining of a different radical or a molecule or two different molecules into one particular product. Now this CoA ligase is taking the action of CoA or coenzyme A along with the liberation of acetyl CoA. Okay, so the CoA molecule is getting attached on one hand with the 2-amino 3-keto butyrate, and on the other hand the acetyl group along with the coenzyme A is being removed from the 2-amino 3-keto butyrate in the presence of this enzyme 2-amino 3-keto butyrate CoA ligase, which is ligating, that is joining the two different groups into one particular product and removing one particular radical or compound or molecule from the parent parent substrate or the parent molecule and converting it into glycine. Now this glycine amino acid in the presence of again the dehydrogenation gives rise to NH4 ammonium ions plus CO2. Now this particular products right here, these two particular products, as we all know, they undergo urea cycle, right? Urea cycle, and this glycine amino acid in the presence of again serine hydroxy methyl transferase, serine hydroxymethyl transferase, in the presence of a particular compound called N5 N10 methyl tetrahydrofolate, which gets converted to tetrahydrofolate. Okay, which gets converted to tetrahydrofolate. Now, basically what's happening here is this methyl group that is present with the methyl tetrahydrofolate is being removed from this tetrahydrofolate compound and converted to the tetrahydrofolate. So the methyl group is being attached with whom or donated to whom? This serine hydroxymethyl transferase transfers this methyl group from a totally different compound to this glycine molecule and converts it to serine. Okay, now this serine molecule, in the presence of another enzyme called serine dehydratase, dehydratase means it helps in removal of the water or hydroxyl containing group or the water containing group and converts it to pyruvate. Okay, now this pyruvate molecule, this pyruvate molecule is coming particularly from this amino acid in this course of reaction, the serine, glycine and the threonine. Okay, now this pyruvate molecule can also directly come from through subsequent different steps or 4 or 5 different intermediate steps can come from cysteine. Okay, the cysteine amino acid can also give rise to the pyruvate through subsequent different steps. On the other hand, we know that there are other amino acids like the tryptophan and the tyrosine. Now another amino acid, tryptophan, gets converted to alanine. Okay, now this tryptophan amino acid through subsequent different steps or processes gets converted to alanine, and the alanine again directly converts to pyruvate in the presence of alanine amidotransferase, alanine amidotransferase. Okay, alanine amidotransferase with the assistance of the alpha ketoglutarate to glutamate formation. Okay, so this alanine amino acid along with the tryptophan amino acid, both of these are also getting converted to the pyruvate molecule lastly. Now this pyruvate molecule is directly entering into what? Entering into the TCA cycle. Right, this pyruvate molecule is entering into the TCA cycle in the conversion of what? Acetyl CoA. Acetyl CoA, which directly enters into the TCA cycle. So you see that how this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different amino acids are getting converted to pyruvate lastly. The pyruvate molecule is again getting converted to acetyl CoA, which is rather entering into the TCA cycle. So this is what the glucogenic and the ketogenic amino acids, starting from the threonine, glycine and serine, which are the glucogenic amino acids mainly, and on the other hand tryptophan. Okay, tryptophan, and which is again a ketogenic amino acid. Alanine is actually a glucogenic amino acid particularly, and again cysteine, which is again a glucogenic amino acid. All these glucogenic and the ketogenic amino acids, 6 different amino acids, particularly this serine, glycine, serine, cysteine, alanine and tryptophan gets converted to pyruvate. Right, and pyruvate gets converted to acetyl-CoA, which enters into the TCA cycle and continues the cycle within the matrix of mitochondria. Okay, now here tryptophan to alanine conversion happens in successive different steps, like 2, 3 different or 4, 5 different steps, or it might happen in one step depending on the type of the enzyme. If the enzyme is too large and complex, then in one step we can achieve that final product, or if the enzyme is too small, then in successive steps we have to achieve that. The cysteine to pyruvate conversion is also occurring in the similar fashion, right? So this is what all about how 6 different amino acids get catabolized to pyruvate molecule, which ultimately enters into the TCA cycle via conversion of it into itself into the acetyl-CoA. So if you like this video, please hit the thumbs up button and subscribe my channel to get more such updated videos and latest updates for you people. And that's the only way to show your love and affection. Also comment down in the comment section below and let me know if you have any personal queries or doubts, and find me also on the social sites that are given in the link description box below. Okay, thank you.